Hey guys, so I had this idea. Oh my god, you know there's trouble coming. There's nightmares coming when I say that. So I had this idea. I had this idea for a fantasy map, which I'm calling Aquitania, which will maybe give you a clue to like what it's all about. You know what? Let's jump in and actually do this, and I'll talk to you about it while we're actually building. I want to do this on a tropical map, because I've got an idea in mind for a look that I want for this map. Let's create this. Okay, so this idea that I had, it's for something like the exact opposite of like the Building London and the Building Manhattan series that I've done. Those are like big flat maps, and it's all, you know, following a design that's already there. This I want to be kind of the complete opposite. I want this to be extreme. Let me kind of throw something in, right, to kind of give you the idea. And what I want to know from you guys is this something that you want me to do, right? You may turn around and say, no, it's a stupid idea, it doesn't look good. But so what I'm going to start off with, I'm just going to plop in like a big circle right in the center. And the idea behind this is like a weird coming together of a bunch of geological features. So like, and at the heart of it is a volcano, right? And so we have in the center now, I've seen some people do kind of similar things to this, but hopefully I'm going to kind of take it to another level. So I'm thinking we want something like kind of, you know, like maybe a tile and a half in each direction, like something that kind of size. Yeah, I'm thinking that something that kind of size, right? Then what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to drop this down in the center like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take my leveling tool. That's the softening tool. I'm going to take my leveling tool. I'm going to take a level from in the middle. I'm probably going to reduce the brush size a little bit. Yeah, not that much. And we're going to just like extend this out towards the edges. Now, is this going to be like regular? Is this going to be like a circle like it is now? No, definitely not. Definitely not. This is going to be an irregular shape. I mean, it's going to be like basically circular, but like not. And then, you know, I'd take it out to kind of like the edges, kind of roughly, almost. See, that's a bit too much. Let's take a height. Let's take the brush size down first, because that's what I wanted to do. Let's take a height from there. There we go. And then I could just run this around the edge. And actually, if you do that, it gives you, I think, kind of more interesting edges. And the edge isn't going to be like this. Let me get on with it, and I'll kind of show you. So, what we would have is kind of... And I don't think we'll go like right up to the edges, because I've kind of got this idea. So there would be some terrain kind of around the edges. And then I'm thinking that somewhere, and this would be in multiple places. If I take a level from there and then bring this out to the edge. Right, and then I want a slightly bigger brush, and I'll kind of show you. There's kind of an effect that you can get if you bring this out like, oh no, didn't get it. Actually, almost. You want a little bit slightly bigger brush. Like, yeah, that might do it. And then like, oh no. No, it's not doing it. But I can do it with the soften tool. I'll show you the kind of effect that I want. Yeah, let's take the strength down, and then just soften this just a little bit like this. A bit more on the top. I just want it like just to the point where I get rid of the green. Is kind of what I'm going for. And some of those like irregular, like really irregular things can look absolutely awesome if you get it right. So it'd be kind of something like that, right? And then, I mean, I don't know whether you can kind of guess where this is going, but I like based on the name Aquitania, I think there's going to be some water involved here, guys. And then down the bottom, we would do something like digging a nice lagoon kind of thingy-ish, sort of. And yeah, we'd want it. Let's take the strength up again. So, whoops, wrong way. Dope. And in fact, you know what? Let's do this the easy way. Let's take a level and just do it this way. Yeah, much easier. Much easier. Yeah, so we'd want some kind of lagoon, and we want it kind of, don't want it to be too even. Kind of like this. So my idea is, so that there's been this like volcanic activity which has pushed up this this plateau, right? Which would be then weathered down, and you get that kind of bowl shape in the center. But then somewhere underground, where you get the magma chambers, and you get the I don't know all the terminology. I'm not a volcanologist, but basically you get all these little passageways and chambers where the magma and whatever has come up. Basically, one of those has breached an underground spring, right? And the underground spring water has come up and is being pushed up into this volcano-y thingy bob, right? And then what you get, right? If I kind of just like take this out here, well, we don't want it to be very regular. We want it to be kind of irregular, probably a bit wider than that. Yeah, kind of like this kind of sort of thing. And remember the scale of this. This is going to be pretty big in relation to the map when we're actually putting buildings on here, right? And then this is the like the big effect that I want to get. So kind of now I've come up with some bullshit pseudoscience to kind of explain why this is happening. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put in a bunch of water spawners, which I'm going to bring up to kind of that kind of height. And this is kind of just to give you like the idea of what I'm going for. Like if you guys tell me that this is the kind of thing that you want to see, and you'd actually like to play on this map, then I don't know. I might like start again, or if I'm kind of happy with the start that I've made here, then I might carry on from here. But I kind of want you guys to like have a flavour of it, and then tell me, is this something that you want me to do? I must admit, I'm kind of excited about this. I think this is could be kind of cool. So I'm going to put like a load of water spawners in here. Now these would all have to get taken out and get moved, because we're going to be putting islands in here, and there's a lot more to come. There's a lot more story to come. This is not kind of the only thing, right? So while that's filling up, and let's let that happen, right? Oh, and you get these wonderful water effects as the water starts to fill up. And with this kind of effect, you know, it comes, and it like cascades down here, and as the water builds up, and the water's going to build up like right up to about here, I would imagine. And then it'll cascade down. But obviously, with that many water spawners in here, we're going to have to, oh, didn't want that there. We're going to have like multiple of these waterfalls and lagoons. And what I was thinking was that you could have levels in between. Right, now hang on. Let's get back to the island. So like who lives here? Well, I was thinking, how about we have some kind of fantasy setting where there's some overclass that lives on the islands that we create in here, and I'd like it to be like very ordered. Like, I'm thinking of having like base it around a circle and have very, very precise islands, which are like segments, like irregular segments, but very precisely cut out, linked with bridges. And I want it to be all like shiny and white and tall spires and all that kind of stuff. And then down below, you would have like the underclass, where it's all, you know, like kind of a little bit dirty and grubby, and like up here it would be just all, you know, like shining spires, and down here just all like a bit of deprivation and stuff. You can see this needs a bit, that needs to come out a little bit further to project the water right over here. So if I was to just get this and take the level tool and tiny brush. I want the brush strength the same. I want a smaller brush. And come on, behave. And then we take a level from, say, there, and just like bring this out a little bit. Like this. And then hopefully if we extend the sides slightly to carry the water forward a little bit more. Whoops, didn't want to do that. That was a bit too much. So let's fill that back in again. There we go. And then we take the soften tool and just soften out. Let's take the brush strength down. Just soften this just a touch here. And I don't mind having some like irregular spikes sticking up through that. I think that would look quite cool. Oh. But I think you get the idea that you could create some pretty spectacular waterfalls like coming off here. And then I was saying about you could have some kind of like maybe some mid-levels for like a mid-class in between like the overlords and the populace below, and have I don't know, like let's take this and let's crank up the brush size a bit, and yeah, a little bit smaller than that. So we would want it kind of, I don't know. Yeah, maybe a tiny bit bigger than that. Maybe there. Yeah, that kind of sort of thing. Take a level from there, and then like do something like this. That's probably a bit bigger than I want, to be honest. Let's take a level from there and trim this back a little bit, like that. And again, you know, these are like quite regular. I'd want them to be sort of an irregular shape and stuff. And then we could do cool things like if I take a height there, and then like from over here maybe just bring up a ramp up here, like that kind of thing. All right, and then I mean you can play around with this. So you know, we could either like have this like filled in like this kind of deal, and then we could soften it down a little bit, maybe soften this edge to get like ramps up to this, and then maybe there's a ramp up from here that that comes up to the top. You know, it's a shame that you can't kind of have like holes through things, because like how freaking cool would it be to run a train through there? And I tell you what, I'd try and do it because I mean you could put something through. You could have like a bridge across here and then tunnel it through here and have it going through here. But like it'd be really cool if you could have terrain that like jutted out and have like a curtain of water and the train coming through it. Like, how cool would that be? But like, why can't you have trains going through here? I want to do that. I definitely want to do that. Right, cool. So, yeah, so you could do that. You could also have mini falls. So there's no reason why we couldn't have, if I take level there and just smooth that off, we could, if I take a level there and just breach this, like that would work bloomin' perfectly, right? And then we create a little kind of lagoony thing here. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Control Z that. We create a little lagoony thing here, and then we have, let's see, let's take a level, a smaller brush, I think. When we take a level over here, and we'll just, oh no, didn't want to do that. What did I want to do? What did I want to do? Oh, I want to drop it down a little bit. So I want to take a level from maybe, I don't know. Actually, if I take the level there and then drop it down kind of like 20 meters or 30 meters or something, and then, oh, there you go. And then we create like a second falls over here. And we could do the same thing again if we wanted to, with that kind of little projection type thing, so I have the water spilling over that. And then we'd want to, so you can kind of see that I'm already getting bloomin' carried away with this idea. So then we'd want to dig a bit of a hole there, and then take a level down there, and then we'd want a slightly bigger brush, and then we have another lagoon and another river coming off to the edge of the map, like over here somewhere. There we go. And we can have all kinds of fun playing around with these like rivers and stuff. And we can make lakes out here. And then we could always put extra water spawners in those. Should be very, very cool. And let's just fill that hole in. There we go. Don't want that. Right. Yes, but like if it looks like that, it doesn't look very good. It needs to be more irregular. And also, like the sides. Now, I was saying the sides, I didn't want the sides to be straight like this. I want them to be more volcanic and a bit more interesting. So what I'd want to do is stuff like this. And I want to play around with all kinds of ideas like this. So, like, if we take the slope tool, right, and we take a level, like, up on there, and then run that, like, up like this, and create, like, these. Now, that needs to be kind of more joined together. If we start from there, and go a little bit slower this time, so that it forms like a curtain. And like geologically speaking, this kind of stuff does happen, and it can be formed by several different processes. You see these kinds of formations usually like underground in caverns, where it's done by what, one little drip going down the side, and it always goes down like in exactly the same place, and as it goes down it just deposits a few tiny little molecules of what is it, calcium carbonate or something, whatever, and it just, like, over millions of years or hundreds of thousands of years, it builds up into these curtains. But we could do, I mean, we could do all kinds of cool, interesting things with these. And yeah, so, like, I don't know. I mean, and then on the sides, we can use like, we can do all kinds of things. We can use like a slightly bigger brush, and like take a level up here, and then, or or even like take a level there, like there, and then just do some stuff, right? Like kind of like this kind of thing, and then take a level up here and kind of do more stuff, take a level over here, do a bit more stuff. Oh, come on. I kind of need to take a level like there, actually, and then do... Oops. Take a level there. That's more like it. And then do stuff like this. And then just take the old soften tool. Slightly bigger brush. And maybe soften... use the softer edge. Or you could use one of these to like get different effects. No. It's like... Bigger brush. Not so strong. And then just soften these, play around with them. Oh, look at this. You can get some wonderful curtain effects with this. But guys, this would be like hours of playing around, like just to create the map. And like I want this to be like a fairly luscious tropical thing, and like loads of water features, and it's going to take a lot of play testing to come up with something like, because you need enough space on the top to be able to create the islands and have a city there, but you need to leave enough space for around the edges and stuff, and then out like around the edges I would like this to be kind of a bit of a valley kind of thing, so I'd want to raise the terrain on the edges, like probably, but I'd want it kind of undulating, and then I'd want to use the textures to make it like really barren and whatever, and contrast that with like a really lush tropical forest, and then we create that kind of the towns around the central city of the overlords. Oh man, like I don't know how long I've been whittering on, but that's kind of the idea, guys. If you've got ideas, okay, first of all, if you'd like me to do this, like please leave me a comment, right? Second, if you've got ideas of stuff that you'd like me to incorporate it, assuming you want me to do this, then please like drop me a comment and let me know what your ideas are. If you think it's a sucky idea, like drop me a comment. People who are watching the Building London series, don't worry. It's not like I'm going to stop the Building London series. I'm still going to be doing that. But I think it might be like, it's a little bit constricting just doing the Building London series. And it's kind of nice sometimes to be able to exercise my imagination and kind of do something that's a bit weird. And like I just like, I can't wait to create the bloomin' islands in here. Like, don't Control Z that. I wanted to take a level from there and start creating the like kind of what I had in mind was to have like these like arcs, right, which would be much more precise than this, and it would be all on rings of a circle, and it would be like broken into segments, right, and there would be a central island, of course. So I don't know, we'd have like some kind of central island, and I've got an idea for what I would put maybe in the center, and then you hook it up with like bridges and stuff, and I just think it could look like fairly staggeringly cool if it was done kind of well. But like I say, it would definitely take some work. Now you can see that I can't put these in because I'm assuming that this is too high, right? So I would have to drop this down a bit, and there's a lot of work that's going to have to go into making this workable. There's going to be a huge amount of work just in figuring out the water volumes and how we deal with them and how we get them to stay stable, and like what's going to happen down below when we start pumping water out and stuff like that. So there's but I think it could be massively interesting in terms of building the map, and then obviously afterwards I would want to build the city using the map. So and look, you get these like pools of water forming and stuff. I would love to create like maybe tiny little streams that like run down into little pools, into stuff like that. Like, how cool could this be? Alright guys, well, that's kind of the idea. So yeah, Leave me the comments and we'll see where we go from here. I will hopefully, very hopefully, catch you for the next one. Peace out.